A Reckless Runaway. The Shelley Sisters, Book 2. Written by Jess Michaels. Narrated by Danielle O'Farrell. Prologue. It should have been the happiest time in Anne Shelley's life. That was what everyone around her said, from her maid to her friends to her sisters. The happiest time, for she was just 1 month from her wedding to an earl. And not even one of the older earls who circulated through parties and drooled over the debutantes. A young one who, Anne supposed, was tolerably handsome if looked at in the right light. She was just weeks away from her wedding, and she should have been happy. But she wasn't. Not in the slightest. Panicked? Yes. On the edge of breakdown? Always. But happy? Not at all. "Are you Miss Anne?" She squeezed her eyes shut at the sound of her intended's voice. Slowly she turned to face him, the Earl of Harcourt. His dark brown eyes flitted over her briefly, then away as he held out a glass of wine for her. "Yes," she answered. Harcourt never knew who she was. He couldn't tell her apart from her sisters Juliana and Thomasina. They were triplets, and she'd spent her life correcting those around her about her identity. But somehow she'd always dreamed that the man she married would see her for herself. That he would instinctively recognize her in a crowd, even if she was standing in between her sisters wearing the exact same gown. Harcourt didn't, and it was disappointing. As was the silence that now rose up between them while they stood overlooking the ball. "How did you find Harcourt Heights, now that you've been here a few days?" the Earl asked. Anne barely held back a sigh. It was a reasonable question. After all, this shire and Harcourt's manor in its centre, Harcourt Heights, were to be her home now. She wanted to like it. "It's very fair," she muttered into her glass. "A bit remote for my tastes." Harcourt's mouth thinned. "Well, I'm certain you will find plenty to tempt you back to London, since your sisters will be there." He glanced across the room, where Juliana and Thomasina stood with their father. There was something in the glint of Harcourt's eyes as he looked at them. Some little flash of the passion Anne had longed for all her life. But then it was gone.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?